Good morning, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, colleagues, and friends. First of all, I appreciate all of you here for coming to our side event during this important time, which is the lunchtime. So, on behalf of the Asia Pacific Network for Sustainable Forest Management and Rehabilitation, APFNet, and our co-organizer, the Royal Forest Department of Thailand, I warmly welcome you all to this side event titled Contributions to Sustainable Forest Management and Sustainable Development Goals through demonstration projects, regional initiatives, and collaborations. APFNet has promoted sustainable forest management across the Asia-Pacific region through capacity building, demonstration projects, policy dialogues, and information sharing. APFNet is committed to helping the economies and people of the Asia-Pacific region by promoting and improving sustainable forest management and forest rehabilitation. Today, we gather to highlight the transformative role of these projects and programs in strengthening sustainable forest management and their contributions to achieving the SDGs. I'm also particularly finding it timely and precise that we could learn more about the regional model forest network in Asia, including specific project case and lessons learned from the Ingao model forest in Thailand, an inspiring example of inclusive landscape level forest management that benefits both people and nature. And as we have a short time, I now invite Mr. Precha Ongprasert, Director of Forestry Foreign Affairs Office of the Royal Forest Department, Thailand, to deliver brief opening remark.
Thank you very much, Sula. Distinguished delegates and esteemed colleagues, so on behalf of the Royal Forest Department of Thailand, it is my honor to welcome you all to this vital side event at the 20th session of the United Nations Forum on Forest, where we gather to discuss the crucial contributions of the sustainable forest management and how it serves as a pathway to achieve our sustainable development goals. Today, we stand at a pivotal moment in our fight against the climate change, biodiversity loss, and unsustainable development. Forests, as we know, are not just a collection of trees. They are the lifeblood of our planet, providing essential ecosystem services that support livelihood, foster resilience, and sustain our very existence. The collaboration between the Royal Forest Department of Thailand and the Asia Pacific Network for Sustainable Forest Management and Rehabilitation, or the APFNet in short, exemplify the power of the partnership in driving progress. Through the innovative demonstration projects we will discuss today, we aim to showcase best practices that not only enhance forest management, but also foster community involvement and empower local economies. This project serves as a living examples of how sustainable practices can be implemented on the ground, bridging the gap between the policy and practices, and the translating global commitments to the local actions. They highlight the importance of the regional initiative in sharing the knowledge and experiences that can inspire others to adopt the similar strategies in their own countries. As we share insights and experiences during this event, let us focus on the fostering collaboration and the building networks that can amplify our efforts. It is through these connections that we can overcome the challenges of deforestation, land degradation, and the climate change, ensuring that forests continuously provide the benefit for generations to come. I invite you all to engage actively in these discussions, share your thoughts, and seek ways to collaborate the futures. Together, we can pave the way for the sustainable future, one where forests thrive and contribute meaningfully to our global goals. Thank you for your attention, and I look forward to an inspiring session ahead. I thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Pricha. And now, on behalf of the Executive Director of the APFNet, I convey his greetings to all of you and deliver his remark on behalf of him and distinguished delegates and colleagues and friends. Thank you all for joining this side event. APFNet is a non-profit international organization officially launched in September 2008, dedicated to advancing sustainable forest management and rehabilitation in the Asia-Pacific region. Despite the increasing awareness of the importance of managing forests sustainably to achieve green growth, reduce poverty, and respond to the climate change, huge gaps still exist in knowledge and capacities at global and regional levels. In this light, the establishment of APFNet was proposed by China, co-sponsored by Australia and the United States of America, welcomed by APEC leaders at their 15th meeting in 2007, and endorsed in the Sydney Declaration Climate Change, Energy Security, and Clean Development to help tackle regional challenges such as deforestation and forest degradation, climate change, biodiversity loss, and promote sustainable and green development via forest actions. Now we have 32 members and 5 observers, and we are collaborating with more than 70 partners to implement demonstration projects, promote capacity development, and strengthen policy dialogue and encourage knowledge sharing among forestry professionals. Today's side event highlight how demonstration projects can deliver practical and scalable solutions to some of the most pressing challenges we face, and such as land degradation, biodiversity loss, and impacts of climate change. And these projects also support national and regional efforts toward achieving SDGs, particularly those related to climate action, life on land, and poverty reduction and partnerships. We are also proud to showcase the initiatives such as Sino-Asian Network for Forestry Research Institutes, in short, SAMFREE, and Asia-Pacific Forestry Education Mechanism, which have supported and empowered young researchers, scholars, and professionals. And I believe that the world sees rising awareness and a deepened understanding of forests' role in addressing the most pressing challenges and securing humankind's future. Global efforts and closer cooperation to translate commitments and targets into actions and results have been more urgently needed than ever, especially at this halfway point to achieving global forest and sustainable development goals by 2030. Through today's discussion, we aim to deepen partnerships and explore how shared experiences and innovation can further strengthen forest governance and community resilience. And thank you for being here, and I look forward to an engaging and productive session. And thank you. And now we will move into the presentations. Each speaker will share insights and practical practices from their respective programs.
Thank you very much, Ms. Sura and Mr. Montri, for your warm welcome and overviews. We will now begin with our two presentations from APFNet senior experts who will share their experience and insights on advancing sustainable forest management and SDGs. Our first speaker is Ms. Shin Soo-yi, Director of the Project Management Division at APFNet. She will speaking on sustaining forests for resilient future, contribution and lessons learned from demonstration projects. Please join me in welcoming Ms. Shin Soo-yi. The stage is yours.
Dr. Pricha, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's my great honor and pleasure to share APFNet achievements and lessons learned from the demonstration projects. I will mainly share through the following 5 aspects: objectives, implementation to date, conclusion, challenges, and lessons learned, and ways forward. So in line with APFNet mission and objectives, the project mainly aims to demonstrate best practices for SFM and rehabilitation, to promote rehabilitation of degraded forests, to improve forest management capacities of member economies, and finally to improve local livelihood. So from 2010 to now, during the past 15 years, with cooperation with 71 partners in the region, APFNet has conducted 54 demonstration projects in 22 economies, including 39 demonstration projects, 13 research projects, and 2 capacity building projects. In total, these projects have received about $43 million in funding from APFNet. And most of the projects goes to the demonstration projects, which is 72%. So next, after 15 years dedication of project implementation, there are mainly 6 aspects of contribution on SFM, which also actively contributed to the SDG goals. First, sustainable forest management planning promoted. The main concept is to identify forest rehabilitation opportunities mainly through identifying the drivers of deforestation and forest degradation. Then developing forest management plan through participatory approach, baseline survey, and integrated and sustainable manner. Most of the forest management plans are developed from APFNet projects, are site-based short, mid-term, or long-term plans for communities, forest farms, watershed area, etc. All of this aims to achieve long-term reliance in forests and secure the local livelihood. So to date, about 170 plus SFM plans and guidelines were developed through the demonstration projects. And the second contribution, sustainable forest management and restoration practices tested and demonstrated. The main concept is based on the SFM plans developed with the measures of agroforestry, ANR, multifunctional restoration, community-based restoration, and forest landscape restoration, integrating ecological, scientific, social-economic components. APFNet explores, demonstrates, summarizes, and promotes the replication of SFM in the region. And also to improve capacities, policies, and size, finally to achieve harmony between human and nature. The demonstration sites covers different forest ecosystems from tropical forests to temperate forests, from primary forests to secondary forests and plantations. So to date, 56 SFM-related projects are supported, and among which 39 are related to SFM demonstration projects, and 150 plus demonstration sites established. About 6,000 hectares degraded land area restored and are under sustainable forest management. 30+ nurseries established, and 6.5 million seedlings produced, unrelated to the SDG. So multifunctional forest management also promoted and demonstrated. We are actively promoting multifunctional management concept through projects. Thanks our foundation. First, in a state-owned forest farm in Inner Mongolia, China, which is to explore how economic, social, and environmental benefits can be balanced and enhanced. It mainly demonstrated close to nature forest management to improve forest quality, enhance the stability and biodiversity of natural forests through NR, and leveraged social economic benefits of forest ecosystems by developing NTFPS and promoting ecotourism. So the picture shows our multifunctional experiment base in Inner Mongolia. Actually, to date, we have established 3 similar kinds of bases in China. And another part for the multifunctional forest management is, I just list some pictures from the project cases. The first is interplantation to restore the monoculture rubber plantation in China's Yunnan province. And the under is a nursery established in Inner Mongolia. And we almost supported the nursery cultivation in most of the demonstration projects. And another is the before and after selective cutting in a state-owned forest farm. Yeah, and the following is a nature regeneration in a forest farm that you can see the small trees grows after our intervention of SFM. And the last is mushroom cultivation in China. We support the local communities, livelihood development. And we also restored and rehabilitate different land area, including the semi-arid area that you could see the pictures on the left. It is before and after intervention of our demonstration projects. We also integrate the multifunctional concept in this kind of demonstration projects. Second is desertification, area restoration, and also dry land restoration in Peru, which is also our ongoing projects. And the rocky land area restoration in China's Zhejiang province. The land situation is really bad, and it's a common situation in our demonstration sites area. So we try to restore the land with the concept of multifunctional restoration. And the right is we also restore the mangrove area. That is the picture in our Myanmar projects. And also the watershed area restoration, that is the picture shows in our Indonesia projects. And we also supported watershed area restoration in Cambodia, Indonesia. And while restoring different kinds of land area, we also conduct the soil and land monitoring before and after our intervention. The third is agroforestry practices demonstrated. APFNet put agroforestry as a powerful tool and effective way, and also the main practice to integrating people and ecological conservation to achieve SFM in demonstration projects. The first such a kind of project is conducted in 2011 in Chinese Taipei. This is also our first agroforestry related projects. These projects mainly assessed the impacts of agroforestry are water and soil erosion in 5 sites in Chinese Taipei, in the northern, eastern, and central area of Chinese Taipei. And also different agroforestry models were demonstrated. And we also developed manuals to reducing the water and soil erosion with agroforestry restoration models. To date, we promoted the agroforestry practices in the economy for Cambodia, China, Chinese Taipei, Indonesia, Laos PDR, Myanmar, and Peru and Nepal. Yeah. So the third contribution is protect forest resources mainly through forest fire prevention and control, preserving genetic resources, monitoring, alternative energy, and livelihood promotion. On the left, the picture shows, we supported the forest fire monitoring and early alarming system in China. Actually, we supported this scientific instrument in China, Laos PDR, Cambodia. And followed under is the forest monitoring. We also put monitoring as one of the main aspects of the demonstration projects. So in the middle, the upper is the high-value tree species breeding center, which was established in Cambodia, and it was established and opened last year in July. Under this is we also supported the first arboretum in Myanmar with different forest conservation and thematic rules. It was opened in March this year. And on the right is the alternative energy that we promoted in our Nepal projects. So with kind of, such kind of measures, we aims to protect the forest resources. And in also on these aspects, we promote the forest resources protection as the highest priority in each of our demonstration projects. Except this, in addition to this kind of 4 aspects, we also, supported the forest patrol in each of the projects. Next contribution is community forestry development, and we almost supported the community-based restoration in most of our demonstration projects. Through improving capacities of the communities, mainly through trainings, conferences, knowledge materials, and improving livelihood through NTFP's agroforestry, community-based enterprises, ecotourism development, and also improving the management mechanism of the communities. So following is some statistics that we spotted to date, and also this also highly contributed to the SDGs. So on the right is, we support the community development in Nepal, and also at the same time empower the women of the communities, mainly through trainings, 3-month or 6-month trainings, and SME establishment. Through that project, we established 3 MSCs in Nepal of those target communities. On the right is the beekeeping training in Vietnam, and then the NTFP using training in Myanmar. So we spotted trainees in each of the demonstration projects. And also on the left is ecotourism development in Nepal. With our support, the ecotourism in local community park. We spotted the infrastructure construction and the ecotourism plan development, and finally it was opened to public. And also bamboo shooting harvested in Myanmar, and in the middle there is the mushroom cultivation in China, which highly contributed to the livelihood improvement for the local communities. On the right is and so beekeeping training in Vietnam, and then nursery distribution to the communities. So after the nurseries established through our project, we mainly distribute the nurseries to local communities or some national or local governments or for plantation. The last is the forestry research strengthened. We supported the solely research projects on the following areas: forest adaptation to climate change, forest education, supported 2 phases, and forest cover mapping, forest transition, forest carbon, supported 5 projects, poverty elevation, forest management strategies, and policy improvement. So the main conclusion from our project is the capacities of all levels is very important. The second is the sound data is of great importance for FMPS. Third is funding. It's really a big challenge for each of the, I think, and so UNFF Secretary also mentioned about it. Fourth is the stable political situation. Fifth is landscape approaching adaptation. The sixth is the participatory approach is important, and it's also a challenge to include all the stakeholders. The seventh is the cross-regional cooperation. 8, long-term monitoring is essential and important. Ninth is a strict long-term approval process is a good challenge and obstacle for the project implementation. 10th, land tenure securation. And 11 is, identify the drivers of deforestation. 12 is sustainability should be considered during the project designing stage. The last is effective intervention in one project area could generate higher impacts. So with forward, achievements made, but we still try our best to continue the intervention of SFM in the region, and also look forward to collaborations from all the partners in the region. The next is the theme priorities, mainly focus on the multifunctional management and the restoration of existing integrated forest. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Shin, for that informative presentation, highlighting valuable on-the-ground lesson and the best practice for building forest resilience. Next, I'm pleased to invite Ms. Wang Jini, Director of the Policies Dialogue Division at the APFNet, to present Empower Youth Bridging Nation Sanfree's inclusive model for accelerating global forest goals. Ms. Wang Jini will discuss how engaging younger generation and fostering cross-border collaboration can help accelerate our shared forest objective. Please welcome Ms. Wang Jini. The stage is yours.
Good afternoon, distinguished guests, colleagues, and friends. My name is Wang Jiayi, Director of the Policy Dialogue Division at APFNet. Today, I am honored to share how APFNet established and sponsored the Sanfree mechanism, the Sino-ASEAN network of forestry research institutes, is turning young minds into powerful forces for forest sustainability. My presentation consists of 4 parts: why Sanfree was born, how our 4 pillars model works, our measurable SDG impacts, and the human stories behind our data. So why Sanfree? It's for closing the gap in forestry research. Imagine this: brilliant young researchers across Asia Pacific, full of ideas to protect forests, but no platform to collaborate or resources to act. They need our support. Against this backdrop, APFNet proposed the Sino-ASEAN network of forestry research institutes Sanfree mechanism in late 2016 and officially launched it in March 2018 during APFNet's 10th anniversary celebration in Beijing. In collaboration with ASEAN and Chinese partners, the initiative addresses 3 critical gaps: fragmented research, isolated studies, duplicated efforts, unequal access, limited funding, especially for early career scholars, lost potential. Traditional systems often overlook youth innovation. In 2018, APFNet partnered with 8 leading institutes, from Cambodia's wildlife experts to Thailand's forest scientists, to launch Sanfree to turn these challenges into opportunities. So let me walk you through our model, the 4 pillars of inclusion. It's like building a resilient forest ecosystem. Each element supports the others. First, research equity. With $129,000 in strategic grants, we've fueled 9 projects. Picture this: biofertilizers revitalizing farms in Vietnam, or seed briquettes taking root in Indonesia. This isn't just theory, it's real science creating real impact. Next, youth capacity building. Our 24-member young scholar team across 8 economies aren't trainees. They are co-leaders designing solutions with senior experts. Then, academic exchange. Through the Visiting Scholar Program, we've sent 22 researchers to cutting-edge labs at APFNet Center for Sanfree Young Scholar Exchange in Yunnan Academy of Forestry and Grassland. Here is a fun fact. When a law scholar brought Yunnan's nursery techniques home, seedling survival rates jumped 12%. That's the power of shared knowledge. Finally, let me share our approach to intergenerational dialogue. This isn't just about giving young researchers a seat at the table. We're making sure their voices are actually heard and valued. Through 4 steering committee meetings and 3 dedicated early career academics forums, we've created dynamic platforms where junior and senior researchers work side by side as equals. And what makes this special is that it's not just inclusion, it's meaningful collaboration where every generation contributes their unique perspective to shape our forestry future together. All these activities are making real progress to the 2030 Agenda and global forest goals. On SDG 4, quality education, we've equipped 24 bright young scholars with cutting-edge skills through our specialized training programs. I'm particularly proud of our programs on SDG 5, gender equality. 50% of our research grantees are outstanding women scientists leading innovation in forestry. For SDG 15, Life on Land, we are supporting 9 hands-on research projects that are bringing degraded forests back to life across Southeast Asia. And through SDG 17, partnerships, we're bringing borders like our Vietnam Laos joint research that's directly informing new forest policies. One young Cambodian researcher, Srin Sinis, told us, the grant let me test biofertilizers in protected areas, something I'd only dreamed of. Before concluding, let me take you through Sanford's journey with our 4 pivotal milestones that define our growth. So in 2018, it's a birth. In Beijing, we gathered for our inaugural steering committee meeting where vision first became action. In 2020, it's a home for talent. The launch of our Young Scholar Exchange Center in Yunnan created a thriving hub for Asia's future forestry leaders. In 2023, lasting foundations. Establishing our permanent coordination office ensured this work will endure for generations. In 2025, New Horizons, this year's 5th steering committee meeting in Malaysia, will chart our course for the decade ahead. From seedlings to forest, this is how our joint network grows. As we look ahead, we invite governments to scale up support for regional research initiatives, academics to join our 2025 forum in Malaysia, young researchers to apply for our 2026 programs. Together, we are not just sharing knowledge, we're building an interconnected community of forest stewards for our shared future. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Wanjai. And I will present the next speaker, Mr. Pricha Angkraprasert, Director of Forestry Foreign Affairs Office of the Royal Forest Department of Thailand and also Chair of the Regional Model Forest Network in Asia. He will share practices and models for sustainable forest management on inclusive and sustainable management models from a global perspective. Mr. Pricha.
Thank you very much, Sulas, and good afternoon for all of delegates. So today I would like to share the experience on the best practices for the Regional Model Forest Network Asia that I've been serving as the chair of Regional Model Forest Network Asia since the years of 2016 until now. So the slide, please. Okay. Okay, just a moment. Okay, so the one that I would like to share here is how to integrate the forest landscape management into our Regional Model Forest Network Asia that I already mentioned. Next, please. Okay, so I would like to start with what is the Model Forest and the International Model Forest Network, that the organization that take care for the model forest across the world. Next, please. Okay, the real meaning of the model forest is the meaning that for the management of the large-scale landscape with the many different land uses. So it means that for the model forest, it's not specific within only the forested area, but we included all of the communities, the municipality, the cities, or any else. So it means that we manage at the landscape as a whole. With the specific partnership-based approach for sustainable forest management, it means that we will invite a lot of stakeholders to join, not only in the forest sectors, but also included with the other stakeholders across the area that we manage it. And it will be composed of a long-term process that adheres to a broad set of the principles to promote sustainability. Next, please. Okay. I would like to inform you that the ideas of the model forest approaches is coming from the development of government of the Canada in the early of 1990s as a response to the forest conflict in the country. On that time, there was a conflict between the indigenous people and the management of the officers in Canadian Forest Service on that time. Then the Canadian Forest Service started to implement the plan to establish the International Model Forest Network in the years of 1992. So they aim to have the platform to share the lessons learned from the Canadian Model Forest into the broader across the world. Next, please. Okay. Like now, International Model Forest Network is the world's largest network dedicated to sustainable natural resource management in the landscape level. So when you see that from the map on the map on the right-hand side, it composes of the 64 model forests so far within the 35 countries across the world. So the total area is cover more than 73 million hectares. Next, please. Okay. In particular, for the Regional Model Forest Network Asia, it started at the years of 2000 when we composed of 6 countries established for each model forest across the Asia, starting from India, Japan, China, Philippines, Indonesia, and Thailand. So like now, we have the 3 such countries that like now becoming to be the new membership soon, composed of the Vietnam, Cambodia, and Bhutan. Next, please. Okay. The principle of the model forest is mean that we compose of the 6 pillars. The first one is partnership, the landscape, the commitment of sustainability, the governance, program of activity, knowledge sharing, capacity building, and networking that I will go into the detail. So starting with the partnership, the model forest serves as a common space for voluntary participation. So it means that we will not force anyone to do within the large shared landscape. So it means that when we do the landscaping management, that we expect that to get a broader and a wider area that to be the model forest area that we will manage. Next, please. For example, for the Balkila model forest in Uttarakhand of state of India, that is very large area that composes of more than 2,000 square kilometers, with a lot of the communities engaging within the area. Okay, next, please. Okay, when the Kyoto model forest in Japan, it is different of the landscape design. So the model forest composes of a lot of private plantation composed together, and it runs on the voluntary base from the many kinds of the stakeholders, especially from the industrial organization. The big industrial organization in Japan, like Toyota, Mazda, and others of electrical companies also join to support this model forest. Next, please. Okay. The second pillar is the model forest consider the multiple social, cultural, economic, and environment aspects within the shared landscape. So you can see that from the Margowitan model forest in East Java of Indonesia, the landscape is composed of not only the plain land, but also the mountainous area, composes a lot of activities inside. Next, please. Okay. With the Ngao model forest in Thailand, that we composes of the economic forest like a plantation, and at the same time for the conservation belong to the Department of National Park Wildlife and Conservation. The total area is more than 10,000 hectares in total. Next, please. Okay. The third pillar that means the commitment to sustainability. The model forests are committed to be the conservation and sustainable management of forest landscape. So it's a combination of the utilization land, and at the same time that we combine the protected area inside. So it means for the total landscape management, we compose of a diverse landscape. Next, please. Okay. With the Kodagu model forest, that they also have a very unique ecosystem. They have for the agroforestry program, but at the same time, they have to solve the conflict between the community and the wild animal, like a wild elephant, like this one. Next, please. Okay. The Margowitan model forest, so they will focus on how that they can use the non-timber forest product to enhance the livelihood improvement of the people over there. Next, please. Okay. For the governance at the fourth pillar, the governance is the major process of the model forest that for the representative, participatory, transparent, and accountable is also included within the model forest network program. Okay, next please. Okay. For the Ulot watershed model forest in the Philippines, so the area right now is that with the helping hand from the NGOs, the local authorized. So right now, Ulot watershed, they changed the area that used to be the huge of the illegal logging to be the ecotourism site. Right now, it's become very famous tourist destination within the Philippines. Next, please. Okay. The fifth one is program of activities. So each model forest undertake activities that reflect its vision and the needs, value, and challenges of the stakeholder. So it means that each model forest, they will represent of the different of the activity inside. It depends on the how the management of the area as a whole. Next, please. Okay. For example, the Kalut watershed model forest in Bohol. So they try that to implement we call the nature-based restoration program. So they invite a lot of stakeholders, especially for the farmers, that to make the ecosystem restoration within the program. That used to be the slash and burn. Like now, they're becoming that to be under the program they call the nature-based restoration program. And the last one is the knowledge sharing, capacity building, and networking. Model forests collaborated to share and learn from another. With the difference of the landscape, difference of the managing style. So all of the members of the Model Forest Asia are coming to join every year to share the experience together. So the learning, lesson learned, and some kind of the best practices are always shown among the members. Okay, next please. Okay, like a Lian model forest in Zhejiang province of China. So you can see that the area is quite in the high mountainous area. But the activities that they focus on how the agroforestry can enhance the livelihood of the people that over there. Next, please. Okay. For the IFF and Asia contribution, so as I already mentioned that our program to strengthen knowledge base and seek cooperation with the cross country, and that we have a lot of people coming there to learn from each other. So like we invite that for the new coming members, Cambodian delegate, that to learn how the Ngao border forest in Thailand is managed, that they will apply some of the ideas that to manage within their country when they're going back home. Next, please. Okay. We also visit the Balkila model forest in the years of 2018. The Balkila model forest is located in the north of India. So there's a very unique one that's for the people. They're grouping together to manage the area as a whole. Next, please. Okay. So for the tentative and technical support, the Regional Model Forest Network Asia, right now, we already established the secretariat within Bangkok of Thailand. We also support for the technical help in the any of the country who interested to join as a membership. Like we went to Bhutan to invite them to be the member of the Regional Model Forest Network Asia. Next, please. Okay. This is the way when we went to Bhutan in the years of 2019. Okay, next please. Okay, we also invite that more. We would like to extend our membership to have the new idea of the regional model for the network Asia management. Then I went to Vietnam at that time to invite Vietnam to join our network. Next, please. Okay. So when we go into the particular for some idea, like a forest fire control and prevention, that the pictures to show you that within the Ngao model forest that my colleague Mr. Montri will do the presentation on the activities doing over there after my presentation. So the best practice that we share with the others people that are coming from our neighboring countries like Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, and Myanmar to see how the best practices within the area that to make the forest fire control and prevention. Next, please. Okay. The check dam construction. The check dam is really important in terms of we would like to set up for the moisture within the secondary growth, especially from the degraded land. When we do the check dam like this along the waterways, sometimes that within the 1 kilometer, we have more than 20 check dams. So we can ensure that how the supply of the water supply, it can be come down there regularly, even in the dry season. Next, please. Okay. Ecotourism promotion is under our program. Next, please. Okay. We also have the meeting, annual meeting, and then we will take turn to our membership country every year. So this year we just already finished our meeting in last March in Bohol of Philippines. Next, please. Okay. We also have a lot of people coming to learn. We share the experience together, like from the Kyoto Model Forest, coming to visit Ngao Model Forest in Thailand. Okay. And then this is how that we show that how the non-timber forest product over there can be harvested. Next, please. Okay. And we also sharing from the people that from far away, like Democratic People Republic of Korea or the North Korean, that's coming to learn from us as well. Okay, next, please. Okay. And the people from Poland that's coming to visit us in the years of 2018. Okay, next, please. Then within the World Forest Congress in the years of 2020, so we met together with the representative from other regional. From the right-hand side, the chairperson of the Mediterranean Model Forest from Italy. So beside me is the chairperson of the Brazilian Model Forest, and the last one is the chairperson of the Costa Rica Model Forest. That we share the idea together on that time, and then we got agreed that then we would like to set up the global platform that to share the ideas of management and experience management of model forest globally. We submit the ideas to International Model Forest Network that based in Ottawa of Canada. And the International Model Forest Network agrees that to set up the global forum under the Global Leadership Program and then financial support from the Canadian Forest Service. We will have the global forum in the next 2 weeks in Canada. Okay, that's the information I would like to share. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Dr. Pricha. And finally, I present Mr. Montri Intasen from Forestry Technical Officer, Senior Professional Level from the Royal Forest Department. And he will share achievements and lessons learned from the Ngao Model Forest Project in Lampang Province in Thailand.
Thank you very much, Sula, for the introduction, and Sawadee krab. So a very good afternoon to all the participants. And first of all, I also would like to thank to the Royal Forest Department of Thailand and also the Asia Pacific Network of Sustainable Forest Management and Rehabilitation, or APFNet, for organizing this very important side event on the contribution to the sustainable forest management and sustainable development goals through demonstration project. I also would like very appreciate your kind attendance. Even this event is the last activity of the UNFF20 section. So with no further ado, I would like to share with you the achievement and lesson learned from the Ngao Model Forest in Thailand. I also would like to give the credit on this presentation to the Ngao Model Forest Association. As you may understand already what is the Model Forest Network from the previous presentation from Mr. Pricha. So let me provide you a bit more on the Ngao Model Forest Network and the activity under the Ngao Model Forest Network. So next slide, please. Okay, so this is the map that shows the Ngao Model Forest Network, which located in Ngao District, Rampang Province in the northern of Thailand. So the total area of this Ngao Model Forest Network is 1,751 square kilometers. And if you see on that one, like at the both sides, the left side and the right side of the Ngao Model Forest Network is the highland, and the middle is the lowland. So making the Ngao Model Forest is very important as the watershed area for the communities. And next slide, please. And the land use type in this Ngao Model Forest Network, as you may see from the map, that we have the forest and can be divided into 4 types of the forest: mixed forest and deciduous forest, dry evergreen forest, and also forest plantation, which combined with the agriculture and also the local community with the agriculture crop like corn, fruit, orchard, rice, rubber, and also tea is also the main forest plantation in the area. Next slide, please. So the value of the Ngao Model Forest Network is for the water resources and also watershed, as I mentioned earlier, is because the topography of the Ngao Model Forest area is the highland area, which is the important for the watershed area. And also Ngao Model Forest Network is also rich of the variety of the biodiversity. That's why make the Ngao Model Forest is part of the Man and Biosphere Reserve area in Thailand. And for the research and education, Ngao Model Forest is also serve as the research and education on the forest, especially for the teak, which is very high valuable timber for the Thailand. So in Ngao Model Forest area also contain of the teak seed orchard, and also the economic benefit and also livelihood improvement from the Ngao Model Forest Network, with contribution to the local economies through the sustainable activity like ecotourism and also non-timber forest product. And also in Thailand, the cultural and recreation value of the Ngao Model Forest Network is also well known and contribute to both the forest conservation and also for the livelihood and the economic of the areas. Next slide, please. So what happened in the past? So the Ngao Model Forest area was degraded land during the 2010 to 2012, caused by the socio-economic change such as the monocrop of the corn farming, and also especially in the mountain area, the impact of the water resources and also the air pollution from the open burning and also the forest fire is a very severe situation in the model forest. And what have been changed? So since those accords, so it was impact of the local community and raising awareness of the community. So with the statistics shown that the number of the community forests has been increased before the crisis, that lower than the 10 community forests that participate in the forest conservation and sustainable forest management. But currently we have 58 community forests established and registered under the Community Forest Act in 2019. Next slide, please. And what those have been created the change because the active participation of the community list project to create a sustainable natural-based solution. And as I mentioned earlier on the slide, that the Ngao Model Forest has established the Ngao Model Forest Association, which is a very strong association that driving the sustainable natural-based solution in the area. So with the gap that have been, the challenge that have been in the area. So the Forest Fire Volunteer Group to protect the community forest is one of the key important activity that helping the Ngao Model Forest success. And also, as Mr. Picha said, that the watersheds and the check dam established within the community forest and for the forest restorations. So that the sample of some of the activity for the Forest Fire Volunteer Group based on the very strong local participant with the Ngao Model Forest Association. So we got the support from the Mekong Lanchang Corporation Special Fund. So next slide, please. So we have been implement a comprehensive study and also demonstration on the forest fire regime impact and management in the Lanchang Mekong Corporation country. So toward enhance forest landscape resilience and climate and ecosystem change. So with this supporting from the Lanchang Mekong Corporation Special Fund, so we have been conduct the pilot demonstration on the design it and build the forest resilience in the forest community. So the specific for this, we create the network for the forest fire prevention and suppression in the Ngao Model Forest, and then we also support the forest fire equipment. So that was based on the community needs from the inception meeting. So in the ideally, we thought that we will support them for the training and capacity building on how the forest fire occurred and how to deal with the forest fire. But the local community against that idea and proposed that they already have the well training on the forest fire suppression. So they are needing more the incentive or more the support from the forest fire equipment to dealing with the forest fire in the area. And also the government have the policy for the pre-burning before the fire season. But this model forest has been specific unique, so they are requesting to using to making more the check dam to give more the moisture to the forest, and that will keep to reduce the forest fire in the area, and also have the network for the ranger for the forest fire ranger with the local community. So based on this output from the project, so this year the forest fire in that area has been decreased. And next slide, please. And beside those forest fire, that the main gap for that forest management, and the AFOCO Asian Forest Corporation Organization also support the Ngao Model Forest through the local community livelihood to increase the income from the non-timber forest product or NTFP. So in this Ngao Model Forest, when the project is coming to this, so we have been discussed with the local community what is the non-timber forest product that will be used for the livelihood improvements. So the local community interested in using the tea bark or the part of the tree to make some of the color for fabric drying. So this is also one of the strongest of this local community, that they are focusing on the new generation that will use the benefit from the forest, and also focus on some new innovation and technology that they will utilize from the forest, while the forest is still yield another benefit to the communities. And next, please. And for the model forest itself, also supporting the local community with the non-timber forest product project, which this project is still under the full proposal development and will be funded by the Model Forest Network. So for further information on this, so you can follow up that website for the Regional Model Forest Network for Asia, imfnasia.org. So that will be more of the information. So this project will be in the highland area, which will be improve the utilize of land that local people have been using for decades. And next week, so what are the results of change? So next, so we can get more of the ecosystem and biodiversity enhanced. So this will also link with the man and biosphere reserve and watershed area management. So we have been also, next slide please. And then the thing is, we also can be improve of the human well-being improving with the non-timber forest products such as the bamboo, mushroom, and also next. And we also increase a lot of eatable plant with the local will be consumed from those eatable plant. And also next, the eatable insect as well, and those will be also generate income for the local livelihood. And the last one, that's as you may know, that the model forest is the unique way of sustainable forest management that looking into the needs of the local community and how the forest resources will help to improve the environmental, economic, and also livelihood of the need and the local circumstances. So that I would like to end my presentation. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Monterey, and thank you for all the speakers for this comprehensive presentations, even for this short time. And I would like to ask if there's any questions or comments from the audience. Okay, you wanna? Okay. Introduce yourself.
Hi, thank you. My name is Nordiana from the Malaysian mission to the UN. Thank you to the briefers for their very interesting briefing. It's interesting to know that this sustainable forest management it takes cooperation from everyone to ensure a whole of participatory approach to ensuring the sustainable forest management. I just would like to emphasize that Malaysia, as the chair of ASEAN this year, we prioritize sustainable forest management as one of the key components of our agenda. And we also aim to foster more regional collaboration and cooperation in line with the broader goal of ASEAN in forestry, in environmental sustainability, and also economic integration. Due to the time constraint, I just have one question, I guess, to the APF network. You said one of the challenges is on regional cooperation, where coordination is not necessarily something that is feasible. I guess it's not easy. My question is, what is your recommendation to improve this? Does it take should government institutionalize this, or is there any way that we can make this easier, I guess? Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your question. I guess, Ms. Wanjai, would you like to comment her question?
This question is for the projects or for the Sanfree mechanism? For the projects.
Yeah, for the challenge of cross regional or cross economic cooperation, and we learned it from one of or several cross regional projects. It's really a challenge for one agency to lead, several organizations or department of the governments. It's really need high dedication of cooperation among all the partners. Yeah, it's so some of the cross-regional projects are delayed, or for example, some economies less coordination or communication, which raised the challenge for a project. So but cross-regional cooperation is highly important. So the countermeasure is to all the partners should be dedicated to one goal, to one objective. With strong partnership and dedication, I think this problem could be solved or promoted betterly. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Is there any other question? Okay.
Thank you so much. My name is Jerry Karaoke, and I am with the UNFF Secretariat. I just have two follow-up questions to the first two speakers. And I apologize if I mispronounce your name. I think to Shane, Director on Project Management. On your examples of the demonstration projects, I noted that a lot of the projects you you showcased for us were in the Asia Pacific, but there was one, I think, or two in Peru. Is this the only area that you're working out? Peru, or do you have other projects outside Asia Pacific? And do you intend to also have demonstration projects in other regions outside Asia Pacific? That's to you. And then to the one on youth engagement, it's similar to my first question, empowering youth. Do you foresee opportunities to share experiences or empower youth from other regions also? Thank you.
Yeah, actually, all of our projects mainly focus on the, Asian Pacific region, and the Peru is the only one that we conducted out of the region. Yeah, since we also have membership there. Yeah, but generally speaking, all the projects goes to the Asia Pacific region. Yeah.
Yes, for our Sino-ASEAN network of forestry research institutes, yes, from the title you can also say temporarily this is mainly among China and ASEAN economies for our network, because when we have extra fundings and of course we have the vision to expand the partnerships beyond the region to give more opportunities to young researchers in Asia Pacific and outside the region. And I think we will gradually expand their scale, and we will, of course, let you know when interesting parts know about our latest progress, and we will update on our website and welcome you to follow up on our also Instagram, Facebook, and website. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And as we are close to the end, if there's no other questions, I think it's time to wrap up today's side event. And this side event is a part of our collective effort to enhance collaboration, promote innovation, and contribute meaningfully to the global forestry agenda. And we hope today's exchange strengthens partnerships and inspires continued action towards sustainable and resilient future for forests. And I thank you all, everyone, and let's end the session. Thank you. For the last part, we may ask for the group photo, right? Yeah. Invite everyone to have a group photo.